Fatal Attraction. Not the movie, real life. It was evening. King David went for a stroll on the flat roof of his palace. Looking around, he saw a beautiful woman bathing. He should have turned away, but he didn't. Instead, he indulged in the secret thrill of voyeurism. As his fascination grew, he arranged a meeting which ended up in the bedroom. It was probably the most sensual and passionate time of his life. He wasn't past it. He was alive and kicking. But from the first moments, his eyes lingered where they shouldn't. He was on a slippery slope, which led to moral ruin. Soon, Bathsheba told David, "I'm pregnant." She was married to Uriah, a soldier at the front, fighting for his king. David tried every way to get Uriah to come home and sleep with his wife, but Uriah's high moral values stopped him. The Bible presents a sickening picture of David's devious attempts to corrupt Uriah, but he was incorruptible. So to lust, lies, and depravity, David added the sin of murder. The Old Testament records what happened next: Nathan's prophecy, the death of the child, the breakup of David's family, a downward spiral of rape, conspiracy, and murder. The tragedy of David contains warnings for us all. It wasn't Bathsheba's beauty that caused his downfall. It wasn't an irresistible temptation which he was powerless to overcome. There were other factors. It began when David was alone. We often say there's safety in numbers. Conversely, being alone can make you vulnerable to temptation. It began when he was idle. One evening, David got up from his bed. He had been lazing about. It began with a neglect of clear duty. It was in the spring, at the time when kings go off to war. But King David remained in Jerusalem. When you don't do what you should be doing, you're putting yourself in danger. It began with a look. How innocent! But that was when he should have looked away. He learned to live easily with deceit. His communications with Uriah and with the army commander, as he manipulated the lives and deaths of other innocent people, make frightening reading. He refused to be content with what he had. He had to have what rightfully belonged to someone else. Uncontrolled greed soon spilled over into relationships and destroyed what he already had. On New Year's Day 2020, the media broke the news that a new form of coronavirus had been discovered which was resistant to antibiotics. Few could have predicted the effect which that news would have on our lives. Lockdown made family life a pressure rather than a pleasure. Self-isolation and working from home opened temptations we didn't normally face. The internet proved to be an easy pathway to the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and self-centered pride. It was all too easy to be led astray. The Bible warns us, you may think you're standing firm, but be careful. You may fall. Why not stop right now and examine your lifestyle, your secrets, your passions, the times and places where you face temptation? Be alert to the danger and take steps to resist it. You can follow this up with an open Bible in 2 Samuel chapters 11 to 12, Proverbs chapters 5 to 7, and Matthew chapter 5 verses 27 to 32.